Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalam ala rasulillah, wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa man wala, amma ba'du. Then we are beginning with Surah An-Naba, the beginning of Juz Amma, and it is also the beginning of the Awsat al-Mufassal. Awsat al-Mufassal are those al-Mufassal, awalan al-Mufassal are those surahs which are short and they're broken up into short ayat. They begin with Surah Al-Qaf. Surah Al-Qaf, surah number 50, began the surah al-Mufassal, the short surahs which have short broken up ayat. And Surah Al-Qaf until the surah before this, Al-Mursalat, begins the Tiwal al-Mufassal. From Al-Qaf, not Al-Qaf, but Qaf to Mursalat are the Tiwal al-Mufassal, the long of the Mufassal. And then here, from Naba to Ad-Duha, up until Ad-Duha or Al-Layl is the Awsat al-Mufassal, the middle length Mufassal. And then from Ad-Duha, which is where we ended yesterday, Ad-Duha until the end of the Quran are called the Iqtisar al-Mufassal, the short of the Mufassal. طيب. An-Naba comes from Noon Ba Hamza, meaning news or information. Naba is news or information. It's from the same root that we have the word Nabi, right? Naba and Nabi. Naba is news or information. Surah An-Naba, the surah of the news, basically, right? It's a synonym for khabar, information. Allah Azza wa Jalla says, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Amma yatasa'alun. Amma yatasa'alun. Amma is a contraction, I guess, of an plus ma. Amir, you have to have a headphone, akhi, or I'm not going to open your microphone, please. An-ma. An-ma. Right? An is a preposition meaning about. Means about. And then ma. Now here we come with amma. Basically, the shadda over the meme is taking place of the noon. And we know that a noon and a meme can come together with the gunna, amma. Now what happened to the alif? Because ma is majroor after an, right? Then what they did is they got rid of the alif to show that. To show that it is majroor. And this is the way it was written in the time of Uthman. So this is the amma. About what? About what? Yatasa'alun. Yatasa'alun is coming from Sin, Hamza, Lam. Sa'ala, to ask. Here it is form 6. Yatasa'alun, meaning they're asking one another. About what are they asking one another? Yatasa'alun. About what are they asking one another? Meaning back and forth. They're talking about it. What is this? An-Naba il-Azim. An, about An-Naba. About this news, this information. Al-Azim, this great or tremendous news or information. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alladhi hum fihi mukhtalifun. Alladhi, that which, or which, whom they fihi, in it or regarding it, mukhtalifun. Mukhtalifun from kha, lam, fa is your root, right? Mukhtalif is being differing with one another. Alladhi hum fihi mukhtalifun, that which they are differing regarding it. They are differing with one another regarding it. And here we could see, this is just a extra side note. A lot of the people who wrote this, right? They put the tap with the two dots on top of each other for space, right? So that they would not be crowding the dots of the kha, right? So they put them on top of one another. This is just something you have to get used to in seeing stuff like that, right? Mukhtalifun. Kalla again means no, nay, never. Saya'lamun. Seen is the future. Seen is the future. Ya'lamun, they're going to know. Ya'lamun, they are going to know. Thumma kalla saya'lamun. Then again. Thumma is then, or again, or then. Kalla saya'lamun, they are going to know. Some of the scholars say that this is for emphasis, but others bring a point. There's not too many things that are repeated just for emphasis. Rather, here it means sayalamun, in the graves. Thumma kalla sayalamun, and then know, they're going to know, meaning in the hereafter. They're going to know in their graves when the door of the hellfire is opened up to them, when the angels come to them and ask them the three questions in the grave. And then again, they're going to know for even more certainly, right? Even more certainly in the hereafter when they have to answer for their actions. Alam naj'al al-arda mihada. Alam, is a question, lam is a negation. Naj'al meaning we make, or we made, because of the lam. Did we not make al-ard? Did we not make the earth? Mihada. Mihada comes from mim, ha, dal. Mim, ha, dal. Right? And it has the meaning of laying something flat. Laying something flat, like placing something for you to lay down on. And they say like placing something down for a baby to lay down on. So some of the translations say, did we not make the earth a cradle? Did we not make the earth as a flat place for you to lay down on? Mihada. Right? Wal jibala autada, and made the mountains. Jibal, the plural of jabal. Jabal. Autada. Autada is the plural of watad. Watad. Right? Watad. Meaning a peg. Right? So when you put up a tent, right? When you put up a tent, you have ropes that extend out, right? These ropes, they have a peg in them. Right? These ropes, they put a peg in them to hold them out. This is otad. These things here, these pegs are called otad. Pegs are watad for singular. Allah made the mountain into pegs, meaning to hold the earth solid and not shake. Right? وَخَلَقَنَاكُمْ and خَلَقَنَا, we created kum, we created you guys, azwajan. Azwajan, the plural of zoj. We created you in pairs. We created you in pairs, meaning that's what a zoj and a zoja is. They are a pair. Azwajan, meaning we have created you in pairs. وَجَعَلْنَا, and we made nawmakum. Nawm, we should know this word from Ayatul Kursi. La ta'khuduhu sinatun wala nawm. No slumber can overtake him, nor sleep. وَجَعَلْنَا, and we made nawmakum, your sleep, subata. Subata is from sin bata, meaning to make it a rest. To make your sleep a rest from your actions and for you to recuperate from all of everything that you do. So we made your sleep a rest and way of regaining yourself, your energy. وَجَعَلْنَا اللَّيْلَ لِبَاسًا, and we made the night, al-layl, and the night, libasa, a covering, libas, like the word clothes. The word libas can mean the word clothes. What do clothes do? They cover you up, right? So the night is a covering, meaning it's a covering for you, right? You're able to go in the house and you're able to sleep, right? And you're able to, hide your intimate matters from people, right? وَجَعَلْنَا اللَّيْلَ لِبَاسًا, and we made the night into a covering, or we made it a covering. وَجَعَلْنَا النَّهَارَ مَعَاشًا, and we made the daytime, النَّهَار. النَّهَار is the daytime, right? النَّهَار is the daytime. We made it ma'asha. Ma'asha is from Ain, Ya, Sheen, meaning like to live. Ma'ash is a time for living, a time for going around. So those people who stay up all night and sleep all day, they're doing the opposite of what Allah created us. وَجَعَلْنَا النَّهَارَ مَعَاشًا, and we created the daytime as a means of livelihood, a way for going, walking about, and getting your livelihood, for living. وَبَنَيْنَا فَوْقَكُمْ سَبْعًا شِدَادًا. وَبَنَيْنَا, bana, all first bana means to build. وَبَنَا, like the word or the hadith, بُنِيَ الْإِسْلَامِ عَلَى خَمْسٍ, Islam is built upon 5. Buniya is Islam is built. That's passive. It's majhul there. Here, bana is active. وَبَنَيْنَا, and we built. فَوْقَكُمْ, above you. فَوْقَ, above. فَوْقَكُمْ, above you. سَبْعًا, we built above you 7. Shidada. Shidada means something strong, like the word shadid, like the word shadda, where we double the letter, it becomes something stronger. Shidada means 7 strong, firm ones, meaning the skies here. Allah is referring to the skies. We built above you 7 strong. Sab'an shidada, 7 strong things. وَجَعَلْنَا سِرَاجًا وَهَاجًا. وَجَعَلْنَا, and we made sirajan. Sirajan from Sin Rajim means a lamp or a light. And we made a light. Wahaja. Wahaja is waw, ha, jim. And it means not only something with the light, with the color, but also with heat. With heat. So we made the sun, basically. We made the siraj, is like the lamp. Wahaja, right? And we made it bright and warm, right? The siraj is the lamp or the source of the light, and it is referring to the sun. Wahaja, meaning it is bright and it's warm. وَأَنزَلْنَا, from nazala, to come down. Anzala, form 4. Anzalna, we come down, or send down rather. We send down. مِنَ الْمُعْصِرَاتِ مَاءً ثَجَّاجًا. Mu'sirat comes from Ain, Sad, Ra. And here, you're not going to find it in the Handsworth Dictionary. You have to look in a more historic or more an older dictionary, something to do with Quranic words. Mu'sirat is referring to clouds. Mu'sirat, right? Mu'sirat are clouds, right? Filled with rain, not just clouds, but clouds which have a lot of rain in them, but they have not rained yet, right? Min al-mu'sirati, right? Wa anzalna, and we sent down min al-mu'sirati, from these rain-filled clouds, ma'an, Thajjaja. We sent down from it ma, water. Ma is water. Thajjajan. Thajjajan is from tha, jim. Tha, jim. And thajjajan means to come down in torrents, to come down profusely, to come down in abundance. And we have sent down from these rain-filled clouds water in abundance, right? In abundance. لِنُخْرِجَ بِهِ حَبًّا وَنَبَاتًا. لِنُخْرِجَ. Lam is in order to. This is called the lam ta'lil. In order to. Nukhrija. In order that we take out from akhraja yukhriju. Form 4 of kharaja. Form 4 is akhraja yukhriju. Nukhriju. But it becomes nukhrija because of the lam. In order to, and we'll talk about that in the Arab. In order to extract bihi, with it, meaning with that water, habban wa nabata. Habba are grains. Habba are grains and seeds, right? Nabat is vegetation. Nabat is vegetation. They say hab can be like stuff which doesn't have a trunk, while nabat is something which has a trunk, right? Habban wa nabata. Whatever type of vegetation has a trunk and doesn't have a trunk. Habban wa nabata. Habban is without the trunk. Nabata is with the trunk. Wa jannatin alfafa. And jannat, jannat is the plural of jannah, meaning garden, right? Jannat, jannatin alfafa. Alfafa comes from lam fa. Lam fa. What a shadda, right? Lam fa. Meaning to be dense and thick, like folded in on one another. Laffa, when you fold something, right? You fold something, it makes it thicker. So jannatin alfafa, meaning the trees and these gardens are very thick, right? And overgrown type of, not overgrown in a bad way, but very thick. Wa jannatin alfafa. That's the first part here. Are there any questions about any of the meanings of these words?
Trunk. What do you mean trunk? Like tree trunk?
Yeah, like a tree trunk, right? Like something that has a trunk on it, a tree trunk. You know, this is, if you look at a piece of wheat or whatever this is, you wouldn't really say this is a trunk, right? You wouldn't really call that a trunk, right? But something with like something which has a thing and then stuff sprouts off of it, heavier stuff. These might be like limbs or whatever you want, but something with a trunk, like a tree trunk. So those things which are thicker and fuller and stuff like that, that's nabat, right? And those things which they're thinner and their makeup of their physical makeup like that, they're going to be habba. Habban wa nabata. He didn't just say one of them, right? Rather, he brought in all of them. Habban wa nabata. All types of vegetation, right? Any other questions about the meanings of the words? طيب. After that, Allah Azza wa Jalla continues. After talking about all of these things, and we'll talk about the tafsir, why he brings them, inshallah ta'ala. Inna yawm al-fasli kana miqata. Inna, indeed, or verily, yawm al-fasli. Yawm is the day, al-fasli is the day of, right? The day of separation, of fasl, like we have the word damir munfasl. They're separate, they're not connected, right? Because at this time Allah Azza wa Jal is going to separate the people between this and that. Yawm al-fasl, right? It's going to separate, section people off from one another. Kana miqata. Kana is it was or is it, basically talking about in the future. Allah talks about the day of judgment as if it's in the past. Many times Allah talks about the day of judgment as if it's in the past to show that it's going to happen exactly like this, right? It's going to happen exactly as if it's already happened, right? As if it's already happened. Miqata, right? Miqata is a appointed time, right? Is an appointed time. Miqata, or like the word miqat, it can also be an appointed place. The miqat are those places where you make your ihram from, right? You're going to Mecca, you might come from here or here or here or here or here. There's a place along these ways where you will stop and you will make your ihram to go to Mecca. These places are called the miqat, right? It's an appointed place or an appointed time. The day of judgment, kana miqata. It is an appointed time, right? Yawma yunfakhu fi suri fatatuna afwaja. Yawma, the day. Allah is talking about the day. Yunfakhu, from nafakha, right? Nafakha, to blow. To blow. Yunfakhu, it will be blown. It's a passive verb. Yunfakhu, it will be blown. Fi sur. Sur is a trumpet. Sur is the trumpet. The day that the trumpet will be blown. Right? Fatatuna afwaja. Fa is so. Tatuna, from ata, to come. Here it is tatuna, you will come. You all will come, plural. You guys, plural, will come. Afwaja. And if we remember from Surah An-Nasr, afwaja means in groups, the plural of fauj. Right? Afwaja. You guys will come in groups on that day. And that day you will be coming in groups. وَفُتِحَتِ السَّمَاءُ فَكَانَتْ أَبْوَابًا. Was and futihat is from fataha, like al-fatiha, to open, but futiha is passive. Futiha or futihat as it is here is passive, majhul, and it will be opened. What will be opened? As-sama, the skies will be opened. فَكَانَتْ أَبْوَابًا. So they will be like open doors. The skies will be doorways or gateways. Right? Abwaba, the plural of bab. Abwab. Bab, the plural is abwab. The sky will be opened up into doorways. وَسُيِّرَتِ الْجِبَالُ فَكَانَتْ سَرَابًا. وَسُيِّرَتْ. Suyirat is also majhul. It's passive from sayyara. Sayyara is to move. Sin ya ra, to move. Suyirat is they will be made to move, or they will be moved. The mountains. The mountains will be moved. Right? The mountains will be moved. فَكَانَتْ saraba. So they will have been, or they will be saraba. Sin ra ba. This is a good word. Saraba means mirage. Mirage. Right? Like what you see. You think you see something, but you don't. It's not really there. Right? The mountains that day, they will be moved until they will be like a mirage. It will be like a mirage. Inna jahannama kanat mirsada. Indeed, Jahannam, the hellfire, kanat mirsada. Mirsada comes from ra, sad, dal. It means a place of observing and looking, like when you have a an army or a military who are on the outskirts. They are observing the enemy lines. Maybe someone is on top of a high place observing the enemy so we can be ready to attack. That is the meaning of mirsada. Indeed, Jahannam, indeed the hellfire will be ready to ambush. It will be ready to ambush, meaning ready to ambush the people. Allah is going to have the angels bring the hellfire pulled by 70,000 chains, and every chain has 70,000 angels, right? Pulling the hellfire, ready to attack its inhabitants. It's on the lookout. It's going to ask, are there more? It's going to rage. Are there more? Right? It's ready to attack. لِلطَّاغِينَ مَآبًا. لِلطَّاغِينَ, this lam here is for. Taghina is taghina, but it's written without the aleph. It's written with this dagger aleph there, right? Taghina from tagha, meaning to transgress the rules, like the word taghut, to transgress. Littaghina, for those who transgress, for the transgressors, ma'aba. Ma'aba comes from a, aleph, waw, ba, and it means a ma'aba, coming from that aleph, waw, ba, it means a place of return, a place where you will rest at, not necessarily rest, but you will remain at. That will be your final destination. For the transgressors, it will be a final destination. Labithina fiha ahqaba. Labithina from lam ba tha, meaning to remain or to stay. Labithina, here labith is a fa'il, meaning they are those who stay there. Fiha, in it. Ahqaba, seeing Jahannam is feminine, right? Feminine. Fiha, they will stay in it. Ahqaba. Ahqab is the plural of huqab, right? Huqab. And huqab is the plural of huqba, right? Huqba. Huqba means a very long time. The scholars differ about it. It just means a long time. Musa alayhi salam, he says that he will travel to find Khidr, even if he has to travel huqba. A huqba, extremely long time, right? Extremely long time. Huqba becomes huqab, a lot of long times. And ahqab is the plural of that. It's called in Arabic jam'u jam, the plural of plurals, meaning a lot of long times. No other language has the ability to do stuff like that, where it makes a plural of plurals, right? So he's telling you a long time, and then a lot of long times, and then a lot of those long times, right? They will be in it. They will remain in it like this. And it's translated as ages. There's no way to translate that in English, right? La yadukuna. La is a negation. La yadukuna from dhal waw qaf, meaning to taste. Dhawq, to taste, right? Like those who taste the sweetness of Iman. La yadukuna, they will not taste. Fiha, in it. Bardan wala sharaba. Bardan, meaning any coolness. They will not have anything cool in it, right? Wala sharaba, and anything to drink, nor anything to drink. Sharaba, like we already know that. Yashariba yashrabu, right? Illa, except hamiman wa ghassaqa. Allah musta'an. Hamiman means extremely hot water. Hot water, so hot that when you go to put it up to your face, it's going to boil the skin off of your face. That's how hot the water is. From the steam, gonna boil the skin off of their faces. Theirs faces, not ours, not yours, inshallah ta'ala. It's gonna boil the skin off of their faces. But they're so thirsty, they're gonna drink it anyway. SubhanAllah. وَقَسَّاقَ, and it's from ha meme, right? It's from ha meme. وَقَسَّاقَ, from ghain sin qaf. Now we had this root before when we talked about in Surah Al-Falaq. وَاللَّيْلِ إِذَا وَغَاسِقٍ إِذَا وَقَبْ. In ghasiq, meaning the evening time, when the night time overtakes. No, here it does not mean that. This is something, it's even though it's come from them same three letters, it's not something you're going to find in the Heinz Word Dictionary. Ghassaqa is the pus from the wounds. This is what they're going to eat. This is what they're going to taste. The pus from their wounds. Jaza'an wifaqa. Jaza'an. Jaza'an is a reward. Jaza'an is a reward. Wifaqa from waw fa qaf, meaning in agreement, like the word muttafaqun alayh from the same root. It is agreed upon. Wifaqan, meaning a jaza' which is in agreement with what they used to do. They used to disbelieve in Allah, and so now this punishment is deserving of them. Innahum kanu la yarjuna hisaba. Innahum, indeed they, kanu, they wouldn't, or they would, la yarjuna. Yarjuna from raja, right? Raja or rajau, meaning to hope. La yarjuna, they didn't hope for hisaba. Hisab, hasin ba, is an account. They didn't want to meet their Lord. They didn't want to have a reckoning. They didn't want to have an accountability. They wanted to just live their life as they wanted to live it without any accountability. Innahum kanu la yarjuna hisaba. They didn't used to hope for an accounting. وَكَذَّبُوا, and they denied بِآيَاتِنَا كِذَّابًا, and they denied our ayat. And they denied our ayat كِذَّابًا. This is what we call maf'ulun mutlaq, right? Because it's coming from the same verb, and it just brings us an emphasis. And they used to really deny our ayat. وَكُلَّ شَيْءٍ, and everything. وَكُلَّ شَيْءٍ أَحْصَيْنَاهُ كِتَابًا. أحصينا comes from hasa, to count, right? The hadith which says Allah has 99 names, men ahsaha, whoever counts them, right? Ahsayna, we counted them. Ahsaynahu, we counted it, and everything, we counted it, kitaba, in a book. We counted it in a book. We wrote it down. Everything that they did, we wrote it down in a book. Fadhuqu. Dhuqu is a command here. So taste. So taste. Right? Allah is telling them, have a taste. Falan nazidakum illa adaba. Falan is a negation. Fa is so, and lan is a negation of the future. Nazidakum. We're not going to increase you. Nazid from zada yazidu, to increase, like iman yazid wa yankos. Falan nazidakum, we're not going to increase you, illa adaba, except in adab, in punishment. Any questions about these meanings?
No.
طيب. Now it's for the fun part, whatever we can get done of it, right? Now it's for the fun part, bi'idhnillah ta'ala. The i'rab of this page. Surah An-Naba. Surah An-Naba is mudaf ilay. An-Naba is majroor, mudaf ilay with a kasra, dhahira. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ba is harf jar. Ism is a ismu majroor. It's a noun following harf jar majroor with a kasra. Allah lafdul jalala is mudaf ilayh majroor with a kasra dhahira. Ar-Rahman is a sifa or a badal to Allah Azza wa Jal. Either way it goes, it would be in agreement with what it is either describing or replacing, and so therefore it is a kasra, Ar-Rahmani. And the same thing for Ar-Rahim, it is a sifa or a badal, therefore it's going to be majroor just like the noun it is either describing or replacing. Alright? Amma yatasa'alun. An is a harf jar. It is a preposition making the noun after it majroor, but ma is harf istifham. It is a letter of asking a question, right? But it is mabni ala sukun, and here it is written, right? It is written with the fatha there, and as we said, we cut this alif off because it is connected to the an, and it's related to being majroor. So we said amma. Upon what? Yatasa'alun. Yatasa'alun is a fil mudari. It's a present tense verb. Marfu'. Marfu' with a thabut noon. The existence of the noon shows that it is marfu'. Right? And the wow, or the fa'il is the wow. The fa'il is the wow, showing us that it is a group of them doing so. Right? It is a group of them doing this questioning. An-Naba al-Azim. An, as we said, is a harf jar. An-Naba is ism majroor with a kasra, which is apparent. Al-Azim is a sifa, and a description of Naba. Therefore, it is going to be majroor in agreement with it. Any questions so far? Alladhi hum fihi mukhtalifun. Alladhi is an ismu mawsul. Is an ismu mawsul. Is a connecting noun. Mabni. It's always going to have a sukoon on that ya. Right? Alladhi. Mabni ala sukoon. Fi mahal al-jar. In a position of being majroor, because it is also a sifa of naba. Alladhi hum fihi mukhtalifun. That they are in agreement about it. About this naba. This is a sifa to naba. Hum is a damir, munfasal, a separate pronoun. Mabni, ala sukun. Right? Fi mahal al-raf mubtada. It's in a position of being marfu' as the mubtada. Hum mukhtalifuna fihi. They are in disagreement about it. Hum is your mubtada. Mukhtalifun is your khabar. And it is marfu' with a waw. Mukhtalifun, if it was mansub or majroor, it would be mukhtalifin. Right? So it's marfu' with a waw. Right? This is your khabar. Right? And fihi is harf jar, and he is ismu majroor, but it's a damir muttasal, an attached pronoun, mabni ala damma, right? Fi mahal jar, right? After fi. So it's in a position of being majroor after the fi. Fihi. Kalla is a harf, a zajar, meaning it's saying like no, it's shaking you up, it's stopping it. No. Saya'lamun. Seen is a harf taswif wal istiqbal, meaning something in the future. Ya'lamun is a present tense verb, fil mudari, marfu', right? Marfu' with thubut noon. The thubut noon here, right? It's marfu' with thubut noon. And the fa'il is the waw, showing the group of people doing it. ثم كلا سيعلمون. ثم is harfu atf, right? It is a connecting word, and it shows that it's going to happen, but not necessarily right away. Not necessarily right away, right? كلا سيعلمون. كلا harf zajar is saying no, and سيعلمون, right? سيعلمون. Seen harf taswif was istiqbal, showing something in the future. يعلمون fil mudari, marfu' with a Thubut al-Noon, the fa'il is the waw. Waw al-Jama'ah is the fa'il. Any questions? Abdullah?
No.
Any question? Nope.
No. No. No.
ألم نجعل الأرض مهادا. Is a harf istifham or hamzat al-istifham. It's asking a question. Lam is a harf nafi. Wa jazam wa qalb. It's making it's negating the verb. It's making it majzoom, and it is also making it from meaning the present tense to the past. So naj'al has a sukoon on it normally, but this kasra here is to prevent the meeting of two sukoons. Naj'al, right? Naj'al is a present tense verb, fil mudari' majzoom after lam. Fil mudari' majzoom after lam, bis sukoon. But here we don't see the sukoon. Why? Because of the kasra to prevent the two sukoons from being with one another. Al-arda is the maf'ulun bihi. Al-awwal. Maf'ulun bihi al-awwal. It has two. We learned yesterday that ja'ala, right, needs two maf'ulun bihis. Right? Ja'ala needs two. Just like wajada needs two maf'ulun bihis. Right? Al-arda is the first of them. Mansoob with a fatha. Mihada is the second. Mansoob with a fatha. Right? We made the earth, right? And we made it what? We made it a flat place. Those verbs which require two maf'ulun bihis are dhanna and its sisters, which we could talk about, right? Dhanna wa khala, right? Wa hasiba, right? Wa za'ama and sayyara, and let me see, ja'ala, right? Wajada, alafa, ra'a, right? These will require, or at least take, two maf'ulun bihis. Right? These will take two maf'ulun bihis. So, wal jibala. Jibala is also a maf'ulun bihi. As if he said, alam naj'al al jibala. If he said it again. He made the mountains maf'ulun bihi mansub. Wow is harfu atf. Al jibal. Right? Al jibal mansub maf'ulun bihi. Autada maf'ulun bihi athani. Mansub with fathas. Right? وَخَلَقْنَاكُمْ أَزْوَاجًا. وَخَلَقْنَا was harfu atf in all huruf. For our information, all huruf. When I say harf, we have ism, fi'l, and harf. Right? And ism can be marfu', it can be mansub, and it can be majroor. A fi'l can be marfu', it can be mansoob, and it can be majzoom. There is no majroor to a fi'l, and there is no majzoom to an ism. And a harf doesn't have any of these. A harf is not marfu', it is mabni. A harf is always mabni. So that's something to make it easy for us. When I say harf atf, we don't have to look for any position or anything like that. It is mabni. So wow is harfu atf. Right? Khalaqna. Khalaqna is a past tense verb, right? Mabni ala sukoon, due to the na being attached to it, right? And the na is your fa'il. The na is a damir muttasal, an attached pronoun, mabni ala sukoon. Fi mahal raf fa'il, in a position of being marfu' as the doer of the verb. Kum is an attached pronoun. It is mabni ala sukoon, and it is in a position of being fi mahal nasb maf'ulun bihi. It is in a position of being mansub maf'ulun bihi because it is the object of the verb. We created who? We created you. Azwajan. Azwajan is the hal. This is the reason for it being mansub. The hal, the condition. Like when we say كيف حالك, the condition of how we created it, how we created you guys. We created you how? As أزواجا. حال منصوب فتحة ظاهرة بالفتحة ظاهرة. Any questions? طيب. وجعلنا and we made جعلنا is a فعل ماضي مبني على سكون, right? Due to the na being attached to it. The na is your fa'il مبني على سكون في محل رف فاعل. And we made نومة مفعول به منصوب with a fatha ظاهرة, an apparent obvious fatha. Kum, right, is an attached pronoun ضمير متصل مبني على سكون في محل جر مضاف إليه. نومكم, your sleep. Sabatan is the maf'ulun bihi athani. We have Noma is your first. Subatan is your second. Subatan is your second maf'ulun bihi mansub with fathas. وَجَعَلْنَا اللَّيْلَ لِبَاسًا. وَجَعَلْنَا, again, it's the same. Wow, harfu atf. جعلنا في الماضي مبني على سكون لاتصال ناء الفاعلين. The ناء الفاعلين is a ضمير متصل مبني على سكون في محل رفع فاعل. الليلة is your مفعول به منصوب with a فتح. لباسا is your مفعول به الثاني. Your مفعول به الثاني منصوب with فتحs ظاهرة, apparent. Any questions?
نومكم, you say that's مضاف إليه?
نومكم, yes, مضاف إليه. Your sleep. مضاف إليه is something possessive. Rasulullah, messenger of Allah, Allah's messenger. Your sleep, it shows possession, right?
That'd be like
No, it could be Allah's messenger or messenger of Allah or his or your or whatever other pronoun, something, messenger, right? Something which shows possession, right? Something which shows possession. We've had this a lot now. This may be the first time you paid attention to it. I don't know. We've had it a lot in our reading. Anytime, man, a lot we've had it. Right? Rabbukum. Rabbu hadha al-bayt. We've had it a lot of times. Naam. Rabbukum. A lot of that we've had it. Naam. طيب. وجعلنا وحرف عطف جعلنا في الماضي مبني على السكون لاتصاله نون أو ناء فاعلين مبني على السكون في محل الرفع فاعل. It's in the position of being مرفوع because it's the فاعل. وجعلنا النهار مفعول به الأول منصوب with a فتحة. معاشة مفعول به الثاني منصوب with a فتحة, right? وبنينا و is a حرف عطف. بنينا is a past tense verb في الماضي مبني على سكون لاتصاله ناء الفاعلين مبني على سكون في محل رفع فاعل. وبنينا فوقكم. فوق is a ظرف مكان. ظرف مكان. It is a adverb of place. Something above it. Mansoob. Dhuruf or dharf. The dharfs are mansoob. Right? Mansoob. Right? With a fatha. Dhahira. Fawqakum mudaf ilay. Right? Mudaf ilay. Kum is a damir muttasil mabni ala sukun fi mahal jar mudaf ilay. Sab'an is your maf'ulun bihi, mansoob. Maf'ulun bihi, mansoob, bifatta dhahira. Shidadan is a sifa of these sab'a, these 7 strong ones. Shidad is a sifa, so therefore it's going to be in agreement with its case. Mansoob with fatha, dhahira. Right, is a sifa. وَجَعَلْنَا سِرَاجًا وَهَاجًا. وَجَعَلْنَا, wa harfu atf. It's mabni, it's never going to be anything different. جَعَلْنَا fil madi, past tense verb, mabni ala sukun. لِاتصاله نا الفاعلين. نا الفاعلين is damir muttasil, is an attached pronoun. Mabni ala sukun. في محل رفع فاعل, in the position of being marfu as the fa'il, the doer. وَجَعَلْنَا سِرَاجًا. وَجَعَلْنَا سِرَاجًا. And we placed a lamp, right? A lamp. مفعول به, mansoob. Right? وَهَاجًا. وَهَاجًا is it is a sifa. It is a sifa. Right? And the second maf'ulun bi is hidden. It could have a number of different meanings, but it is hidden. وَجَعَلْنَا سِرَاجًا. وَهَاجًا is a sifa to sirajan, so it is mansoob like it with fatas. وَأَنزَلْنَا, wa is harfu atf. أنزلنا, أنزل, أنزل fil madi, مبني على سكون لاتصاله نا الفاعلين. نا الفاعلين مبني على سكون في محل رفع فاعل. وأنزلنا, and we sent down min. Min is a harf jar. This fatah here, right? And we said harf is always mabni. It's mabni ala sukun. This fatah here is for reading purposes. Do not have iltiqa sakinain, the 2 sukuns meeting one another. Mu'sirati is a ismu majroor with a kasra dhahira. Right? Ma'an. Ma'an is your maf'ulun bihi, mansoob. We sent down what? We sent down water. Thajjajan is a adjective, a sifa of ma. It's going to be mansoob like it. And we sent down water in tremendous amounts, in abundance from these clouds. لِنُخْرِجَ بِهِ حَبًّا وَنَبَاتًا. Li is a lam ta'lil. It's showing us why something is going to happen. Lam ta'lil, the lam of the illa, why something is, the reason for it, and it makes the verb after it mansoob. لِنُخْرِجَ. Nukhrija is a fil mudari, present tense verb, mansoob after the lam ta'lil, bifatha dhahira. Bifatha dhahira. Who is the fa'il? It is mustatir. It is hidden inside, meaning nahnu. Nahnu. This noon lets us know that it is nahnu, we. لِنُخْرِجَ بِهِ, bi harf jar, ha damir muttasil, an attached pronoun, right? Fi mahal jar, in the position of being majroor. Habban. Habban maf'ulun bihi, mansoob. Maf'ulun bihi, mansoob with fatha dhahira. Wa nabata, wa is a harfu atf, connecting them. So whatever it's connecting, it's also going to be mansoob, like what it's connected to. Right? With fatha dhahira. وَجَنَّاتٍ الْفَافَ, wa harfu atf. Jannatin is mansoob. Right? Jannatin is mansoob because that's how the sound feminine plural becomes mansoob and majroor, both times with kasras. Right? Both times with kasras. So it is mansoob because of the harfu atf. It's connecting them over here. Jannatin al-fafa. Al-fafa is a sifa. It's an adjective of these jannah, thick and well grown and full and lush, big nice gardens like this. Al-fafa, mansoob, because it is the sifa of jannat. All that's clear?
No.
We'll do a few more ayat and then we'll quit, bi'idhnillah. We'll finish tomorrow the surah totally, inshallah ta'ala. But I think we did a good amount today. Did more than I maybe thought we would do. Inna yawm al-fasli kana miqata. Inna harfun nasikh wa nasib. It's making its emphasis and it's making the noun after it mansub. As we see, yawm ismu inna mansub with a fatha dhahira. Yawm al-fasli mudaf mudaf ilay. Fasli mudaf ilay. Majroor with a kasra dhahira. We see it. Kana, right, is a fil madi. Right? Kana is a fil madi. Mabni ala fatha. Right? Miqata. Miqat, the ismu kana is hidden. Taqdiruhu huwa. It's damir mustatir. The kana is a verb. We have to have a fa'il. It's hidden inside there. Means huwa. It's talking about that day. Yawma miqat. Kana yawma miqat is talking about that day. Right? And then miqata is your khabaru kana. Mansub with fatha dhahira. Right? And kana miqata is in a position of being khabaru inna. We said yawm is ismu inna, mansub. This is khabaru inna, marfu. Position of fi mahal al-raf, marfu khabaru inna. Right? Yawma. Yawma is a badal for the first yawm. Yawma is a badal for the first yawm. So it is mansub with a fatha dhahira. Right? Yunfakhu. Yunfakhu is a fil mudari'. Mabni lil majhul. Why is it mabni? Because it is majhul. It's passive. Right? So it's mabni ala dhamma. Right? Mabni ala dhamma. Dhahira. We can see it there. Right? And the file is unknown because it's mabni, right? It's majhul, so it's unknown right now, right? Fi is harf jar. Sur ismu majroor with the kasra dhahira. Fatatuna afwaja. Fatatuna. Fa is istinafiya or harfu atf. It's connecting them. Right? Ta'tuna. Ta'tuna is a fil mudari'. It's a fil mudari'. It's a present tense verb. Marfu' with the buta noon. It's marfu' with this noon here. The file is the waw jama'ah. The one who's doing it in a group. Right? The group of you guys. This ta showing us that it is you guys. Right? Afwaja is the hal. How are you guys going to be coming? Afwaja. The hal. Mansub with fatha dhahira. Inshallah ta'ala, we'll stop there at that ayah 18. Are there any questions?
No.
Was it beneficial? Was it helpful? I know it's a lot. It's after Fajr. Y'all are tired. Same time. Right? We're at the last half of Ramadan. A racehorse, when he sees the finish line come, he doesn't get slower. Think, oh, the race is almost over. Good. No, he picks up his pace. That's how we need to be in these last half of this month. We need to pick up our pace. Pick up our pace and go faster. Do more. Put in more effort so that the best of our deeds will be the last of them and will be resurrected on what we die upon. So we'll be resurrected upon the best of deeds, inshallah ta'ala. I'll see you brothers and sisters tomorrow. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta. Astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.